Hey guys, this is Mr. H. Hey, I wanted to go back over the last question I did, which was the ice cream and temperature. And I showed you that the correlation coefficient was a plus 0.99 and that it was a strong positive. I want to make sure you understand why it's positive. Basically, what it's basically saying is that these two variables, the daily temperature and the amount of ice creams that cones that you sell, they're positively correlated. And all that means is the temperature when the temperature goes up, the number of ice cream sales are going to go up because as it gets hotter outside, more people like ice cream. Conversely, when the temperature goes down, the ice cream sale is going to go down. If it's really cold outside, nobody wants to eat ice cream, right? So that's what you should see. It's a positive correlation because when this variable goes up, this variable also goes up. That's what it means to be positive correlated. All right. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the second question here. And this one is, it's saying the table below shows the amount of money a popular movie earned in millions during its first 6 weeks. And basically what you should see here is when a good movie comes out, it usually makes a lot of money. And then what normally happens is every week it loses customers. And then over amount of time, it basically drops off the map altogether. So this one is going to be a negative correlation. So as the weeks go up, the amount of money that you make usually goes down for that particular show. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up with the regression. It's going to be y equals. Now, I'm going to do the same thing I did before. I'm going to enter all of this data, and then I'm going to find I'm going to round it to the hundreds place, which is 2 decimals. And then I'm also going to round the correlations to 2 decimals. And then I already know it's going to be negative, but let's go ahead and do it. All right, so let me grab the calculator. Now I've already entered the data into this table to save some time. Now I'm just going to go to home screen, going to come here. I'm going to make these blue dots. This is the x-axis. Here is the y-axis. All right, there is my line. And you can see it's a negative slope. So now I'm just going to do menu 4, 6, 1. Now, just like it had before, this has 1 decimal place. We want it to be 2 decimal places. So we are going to go to menu, you go to the settings, number 6, and then you're just going to change this to whatever decimal place you want it to be. I need 2 decimal places. So I'm going to fix it at 2, and then I'm going to press OK. And now it's rounded it for me. So all I got to do is take this and copy it. So let me get my iPad up here, and I'm just going to put that in. It's going to be a negative 37.57 X plus $215.67. Now, here is the key. I know that this is negative, so I know my correlation coefficient is going to be negative. I know that right away. So if you know that, then go ahead and make sure you go ahead and put that, because a lot of students forget the negative part. So now, remember, I want to take this r squared, and then I'm going to take the square root of it, but I need 4 decimals first. So let me go back and do that. So I'm going to do menu 6, and now I'm going to set this to have 4 decimals because I need the r squared to have 4 decimals. All right, so then I'm going to press OK, and I'm going to click back on here, and that's my number. So r squared it's 0.9699. All right, so I just wrote it here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the square root of that. So let's go and do that. So I'm going to go here, go to this, and then I'm going to do control square root. And then I'm just going to type in 0.9699, press enter. It's 0.98. I'm rounding it to 2 decimal places. So this is going to be just 98 cents. So that's what I'm going to write. And it's going to be negative. Remember, it's going to be a negative 98 cents. So that's it. Now, if I go back over here and finish this up, let me clear this off again. So this is going to be, it's going to be R is equal to a negative 0.98. It's rounded. And now that just has a strong negative correlation. Remember, correlation, the closer you are to a dollar or a negative dollar, the stronger you are. So this is the strongest negative. and this is the strongest positive, right? 0 means there's no correlation, and then you just gotta look at those numbers to figure out what else. Now, generally on this exam, it's almost always going to be either strong negative or strong correlation. There's only be like a handful of times where it's been something other than strong negative or strong positive. All right, that's it. Now, again, rounding this to 2 decimal places is 2. Rounding this properly is to 2 decimal places is 1. And then saying that it's strong and negative is also 1. All right, that's it, guys. That's all you got to do to get these 4 points. Let's get them. All right, so I'm going to stop and I'm going to post this.